And howdy folks, welcome to a scream edition of the Landaux show. And I want to go down a trip down. I just had to record this. I just had to make a show about this because it has to do with extreme memories of Scream. I'm talking about Six Flags over Astroworld. The first time I went to it was Labor Day weekend, 1976. Now, prior to that, when I lived in Houston, they had, Astroworld, which was bought out or owned and operated by Six Flags. Well, unfortunately, they closed Astroworld down in 2005. And YouTube pretty much, I don't think, existed then, or nobody was able to capture any of the last-moment rides, like the Texas Cyclone I loved. I've been going on that since I was like 8. The Excalibur. But off and on, my daddy would take us there, and my aunt would take us there, and my mother, of course, took us there. Been to Astroworld countless times, but there's no video of me having a good time there going all the roller coasters. But the most memorable time, because our grandparents, thought, hey, we're bored with going to Astroworld. We wanted to go to something different. We went to Six Flags, and Six Flags I didn't realize was opened in Arlington, Texas, 200 miles up the road. We all piled in my grandpa's car, and we went up 200 miles up, I-45 to Arlington, and it was cool. It was something different. But the only roller coaster I see here that I really enjoyed, that puts a memory in my head, is the Runaway Train Mine, but my brother called it the underwater roller coaster because he had the map and all that shit, and he oversaw it somewhere, I don't remember. But it's the Runaway Mine Train. It's 2 years older than I was, and I just happened to ride it on its 10th anniversary, and then 10 years later, I went to visit my daddy who moved south of Fort Worth, and he took us back to Six Flags for my sister's birthday. And, well, here we are with a blast from the past. And the Runaway Mine is still open, so okay, fasten your seatbelts, here we go. And the video's grainy. I don't know how it's going to look when I get finished with it. It looks like you're riding through a jungle. Go to full screen on this. Alright, here we go. The train runs over these little whistles. I remember it going along this concrete wall. Remember it going, it's not much of a ride, but here's what I like. It goes up the chain. Now, that shed right there, I got smart when we were there in 76. There was a man standing on top of it with a saw, and he made an evil laugh, like, yeah. And here comes wave number 1. It's not a fast roller coaster, because keep in mind this thing was built in 1966. One of the first few steel roller coasters, track roller coasters ever. Low curve. Hey, this is the only one I can find that's up to par. The rest, it's grainy, probably taken from a phone. This video is 5 years old. But I tell you what, folks, I plan to go back in 2016, 3 years from now. There's the tunnel. Scream in the tunnel. All right, now we come up to ramp 2. Yeah, here we go. I love the sound of the chain. More whistles. Hello, railroad track. Hello, railroad track. Yeah, we're going to fall. I really wish there was video like this of the rides at Astroworld, because they're more memorable. But this is more memorable. Because I've been to Astroworld countless times, and I've only been to Six Flags here in Arlington 2 times. I hope to make it for a 3rd. If my sisters are watching this, hey, I want to make that happen. 2016, here I come. Now here comes the 3rd ramp. Now you go through a little saloon here, which is cool, man. This is something unusual. drop and you go underwater. Hang on. Here we go. We'll drop. Ah! Oh, I love that. I want to go. I want to ride. I want to ride. I want to ride. And that's it. You spend about an hour in line to ride something that's only 2 minutes. Well, that was fun. Now we move on to ride 2.
Mom, this ride is spectacular.
Oh, I screwed that up.
The end is awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. Awesome for memories. Now, jumping up to 1986, my daddy and I rode this thing. It's called the Shock Wave. And they painted it a different color. It used to be painted white. Well, we saw this advertised back in Houston on TV. Ride the Shock Wave. Back in the late 70s. And this thing had already been out several years prior to when before I rode it and went up there. But they painted it a different color over the years. I was 18. I swear to God, I screamed like this like a girl. And it's the first of its kind to have 2 loops. And that's where I let out the big screams. All right. I haven't ridden on this since 1986. As I said, I hope to go back to Arlington and ride it again to celebrate 30 years. So buckle your seatbelts again. Here we go. Oh, they ran over somebody. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Alright, here we go. The old chain. You see, back in Houston, we had, when this came out, we had what was called Grease Lightning. And that thing was just one loop, but the ride was just a loop and a ramp, and it would fling you toward the loop. Go to 0 to 60 in like 2.8 seconds or 1.8 seconds. This thing scared the crap out of me, man. I was 18 compared to when I was 8 years old 10 years prior. Alright, we're up to the top, and it keeps you in suspense. I don't know what that is. That looks like one of those arenas or something like that. You see the dolphins jump? I think it is. Hello, freeway. Hello, I-30. Hello, I-30. I think that's I-30. Oh, God. Here we go. Woo! Whoa, whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, as a reminder, always turn your head to the side when you go over the things. This thing was one of the best roller coasters I have ever been on. Astroworld sure didn't have something like this then. No, they didn't. Again, you wait in line for over an hour for something that lasts 2 minutes. Not even that long. Spent half of the ride on the damn launch, and that's it. It's over. See, you can see the dual loop right there, man. It scared the crap out of me, man. I was with my dad when I rode this. Even he screamed, if I remember right. That's been, God, how long ago? 1986. It's been 26 years ago since I rode this damn thing. It was a different color. It was white. Like white lightning. Not green. Why did they paint it green? Come on. Moving on to a roller coaster I've never been on before. This is something new. And I can't wait to return back to Texas, because my daddy lives in Texas, my sisters lives in Texas, and they're going to laugh at me for this, man. I haven't been on this. It's called the Titan. The Mighty Titan. I've heard this was good. So let's ride the Titan. Here we go.